Hi guys, hi all of you. So I promised last time in my last video that I will show you how I applied for my visit visa. Yeah, and also I'll be doing the tourist visa because there's no much difference between the tourist and the visit visa. Which is the visit visa is when someone is inviting you, and the tourist is when you're coming on your own, like you're sponsoring yourself, your trip, and everything. So there is no much difference between the two. You apply the same way. It's just the difference is just how you answer the questions. And I'll be looking at my book because I don't want to forget. I write everything down so that I don't forget. And also, I told all of you, if you have a personal question, just ask me on my DM. And I got thousands of questions. I couldn't answer all of them, so I decided I will answer them in the video, which are general questions. But if you ask me a private question, I promise I replied. So yeah, first of all, the first thing you need to do is to create an account with the IRCC, the Government of Canada, in the Government of Canada website, which is cic.gc.ca, or you can, on your browser, you can just type IRCC and the website will be the first thing that comes up. So you just need to create an account. It's so easy. You just sign in into your account, and when you see the sign in into your account, you'll just go, they have like four options, yeah, which I will show you. They have like four options, so you don't have an account, yeah, you just go to create an account. Yeah, on the third one it's like ABCD, so that's C. Yeah, you just go there, create an account. They ask you for a username, for a password, a strong password, and some other questions, security questions. Once your account is set, please don't forget those questions, because you might need them. You always need them when you're logging in into your account. They'll ask you a random question. They're usually four questions, so will ask you for a random one. So make sure you remember. If it started with a caps on, just remember how you wrote it. Okay. So yeah, once you create your account, you'll go to back to the IRCC. Then on the website, you'll see the options of study, immigrate, work, visit. So you just choose visit, and once you choose visit, you'll just scroll down. Once you scroll down, you'll see where to start answering questions. Like they will ask you first if they can check if you're eligible to apply for visit visa, and you'll see some questions there, which like if you have family, if you have, so if none of that applies to you, if none of that is what you have, so you will, the last option is none of the above. If you choose none of the above, it will take you to a different page. So you just fill in all the information, and it will tell you if you're eligible or not. Most probably it will just tell you you're eligible to apply for a visit visa. And once you fill in all the information, actually the information is a lot. It's actually like your school background, your education background, criminal background, or where you've worked, what the reasons for visiting Canada, who is inviting you if you're coming on a tourist visa. Like if no one is inviting you, you just choose no one is inviting you, and the questions will be a little bit different. So it's all the same, all the same. I think the difference will come at the last option, where you have to upload your supporting documents. So yeah, once you fill in all the information, it will take you to the last page. The last page will summarize all your answers and questions. And once it does that, you will continue to the next page. And once you continue to the next page, this is like almost the last page, yeah, and it will ask you for supporting documents according to how you answered your questions. So mostly they usually ask like first of all is your passport. They need a copy of your passport page or the bio page. You just have to scan that, the whole thing. You see the when you open it like this, the two pages like this. Yes. You just have to scan those. And well, the second thing is usually invitation letter. And if you don't understand, there's like a question mark somewhere on the side. You just press on it and it will tell you everything you need to place on that folder, because there are different folders. And then the third thing will be financial support. If you chose someone is inviting you to Canada and someone will be sponsoring your trip, they will ask you for financial support. This is where now you will use your sponsors bank statement and anything else that shows is he or she is capable of taking care of you when you're in Canada. And financial support, some of the examples I would say, it's the bank statement, his or her employment letter, showing them in the employment letter should show the amount of money he makes per hour. But if you ask them to give you their employment letter, it will be stating all those, how much they make, where they work, so the address of where they work, the name of the company they work for, I mean, not address. So yeah, employment letter, bank statement, because Canada, they don't call people for interview. You have to put as much um, information as you can. So try as much, put a lot of information as much as you can. For me, I put bank statement, tax files. Is it tax files? Yes, tax returns or something like that. And employment letter, mortgage, if they have a mortgage, if they are renting, rental agreement. Um, what else? Uh, Anything that shows financial support, just ask them if they're comfortable to share it with you. So, and then now for the people who are applying for a tourist visa without any support, you will have to upload your bank statement, your anything that shows you're capable, your bank statement, which should be, I think, 6 months bank statement. And it should be really active, and they want to see how much, I don't, not how much, I think they want to know if you're capable of paying for your trip here, because it's very expensive living in Canada, very expensive. So if you're able to do that, well and good. And also ties to your home country, the financial thing for the people who are not being invited, for the people who are paying for their own trip, you can show ties to your home country, which is like cars, if you have cars, if you have land, if you have a house, if you have anything that you have that shows you have ties, you have properties, you have assets. That's where you show it. For me, when I applied, also, yes, for me, when I applied, um, there's a point where they asked me if I am employed or I have a business. So I said, I'm not employed, I have a business. And that's when at the end of it, they ask for company's details. So I uploaded my what company registration certificate. So if you have that, that is good, because they'll see that you're coming to Canada, right? Then you'll go back to your country. It doesn't have to be a big company or what, anything, as long as it's registered, it will help, really help. And if you're planning to come to Canada, please register your business, even if it's so small, just something, a document that will support that, showing that you have business back home, which you'll go back to. So yes, and what else did they ask? Yeah, company registration for the people who are self-employed. For people who are employed, you will have to show your employment letter. Yeah, employment letter or something, or what, leave, uh leave letter. Yes, so you can ask your employer to give you a leave letter, like for 1 month, stating that you're going for 1 month, blah blah blah, like that. Yes, that's it. Something to show that you're employed. And that is both for the people who are being invited and for the people who are coming on their own, on tourist. um Ties, I said about ties, passport. So if someone is inviting you, also you have to post, not post, sorry, I mean you have to upload their passport copy or the driver's license. Mostly here I see they're using driver's license, so you can ask them if they want to share the driver's license or the passport photo, for the people who are being invited. Please don't get me wrong, because some people ask me questions of things I didn't even say. Please listen, then if you have any question, you can tell me, you can ask. But listen carefully. um, Family information. Yeah, this is a whole file. Like the way on the last page, that's where the supporting document and anything else, they will ask you to fill in the application form, which is like I think 4 pages. Yeah, and your laptop or desktop should have Adobe Reader, I think, the latest one, so that you can be able to open that file. You can't open it without your computer being updated to the date. So that's one thing I had issues with. So yeah, for you have 2 forms to fill in. Application form, which is like 4 pages. You have to fill it and sign it, either electronically or you, mostly electronically, because you'll fill it on a laptop or computer. So you just sign electronically. And family information. This is where you fill in about your parents, your siblings, yeah, even your step, if you have step kids. This is where you fill in stepmother, stepfather, everything. It's all about family information. Those are 2 forms you have to fill in. Then once everything is done, everything is just, you'll just see it straight to the point. Once you're done, you will have to submit your application. So you press on submitting your application. You have to choose how you're paying with your card. Mostly you pay with your Visa or Mastercard, or they call it debit or credit card. You have to use those. And yeah, once you pay, it's usually costs 100 Canadian dollars for the application and $80 for the biometrics. So you'll have to pay together, all of them, so that you can be sent the letter to go with to VFS. Yeah. Once you submit, they'll send you some letters on your email, and one you will use it to go to VFS to get your biometrics taken. So you submit, you pay 180 Canadian dollars, which is like I think 18,000 and something, or it's not more than 19,000, I'm sure. Depends on the exchange rate. So yeah, you after you're done, they'll send you those letters. I think 2 letters, and then you'll go to VFS. Now that's a different story. You go to your browser, register on VFS, create an account, and then book an appointment. You just fill in everything, book an appointment for the day that you will be in. I think for Canada visa, for me when I was there, people are being returned when you don't have an appointment. So yeah, make sure you book an appointment to the VFS, and you take your biometrics. They go. You don't pay anything that day for biometrics. Nothing. You don't pay anything. You've already paid $80 when applying, so you don't pay anything at VFS. It's free. Yeah, you don't pay anything, not free. You've already paid. So yeah, you go take your biometrics, then they'll send you after I think 1 day or 2 days, they'll send you an email saying your process has been sent to the IRCC. So yeah, then you can when you want to check how your application is going on, you have to go to your sign in into the IRCC again, sign in into your account, then you will go to my application, your application, my application. Yeah, you will see where it's written my application. Then you will go there and you will check the whole process. But if it's accepted, if it's rejected, if they want any more document, first of all, you get an email. So when you get the email, you can just uh, click in the email, so it will just take you to your page, which is much easier. Don't forget your password, guys. Don't forget your those 4 questions. They are very important. The security questions, they're very important. Don't forget those. So yeah, after that, there's nothing else to do. You just have to wait. Pray to God that you get accepted. Oh, so sorry, guys. I forgot one thing on the supporting documents. You have to have a flight itinerary. You don't have to book a flight. Please don't book a flight because you never know when your visa will come through, if it will be accepted or rejected. So all we have to do is just book online. There are so many ways of book making an itinerary without having to pay for a real flight. Yes, flight. And for the people who are coming on tourist visa, please make like go even on booking.com. I usually say on booking.com you can book without paying. Go there, book accommodation for even one whole month. Just book. It sends you an email. When they send you an email, just take a screenshot, then cancel the accommodation. Once you take that, just use it to show that you have a place where you will be staying. And I recommend, if you can stay lesser days, please don't say that you're coming for 6 months. You might be rejected. Just say you're coming for 3 weeks or 4 weeks. That is 1 month. Just say 1 month, because 1 month is understandable. And once you come to Canada, they give you up to 6 months to stay. Even if your visa, you said two to stay for 2 weeks or 3 days or 1 month, they'll give you up to a maximum of 6 months to stay here. So yeah, don't people will be like, even the immigration officer will be like, why are you staying 6 months? You said you have a business, you said you have work. How will you not go to work for 6 months? So just say 1 month or less. Yeah, but just know that you can stay for more days. So there's that. Another supporting document is proof of relationship. If you said someone is inviting you, okay, you said you have a family member they're inviting you, you have to prove that they are your relatives. Or if it's your friend inviting you, like for my case, if it's a friend inviting you, they have to write they have to write you an invitation letter. So the first invitation letter is to addressed to the embassy, to the consulate, and then the second letter is addressed to you, them asking you to come to Canada, and they will provide for everything. That is what I would use as proof of relationships. Yes, guys, that is all I have to say. All the best for everyone who will apply. Please make sure to use as much document as possible. It's better to use more than to wait for them to ask you, because it's sometimes they do ask people to send more document, but it's very hard. You might be rejected because you put less documents. So make sure you put as much as possible. There's nothing that is, as long as you see this is good, just put information so that your chances will be higher. So yeah, that's it, guys. All the best, and tupatane Canada.